This video will help you to understand the difference between masculine energy and feminine energy, and how if you are too dominant in one or the other, you can have anxiety as a result. So I'm Heather Ryder. I'm an anxiety coach and an imposter syndrome educator. I've learned a lot about the reasons that people have anxiety, and I've discovered that an imbalance in these energies is one of the reasons that people have anxiety. So first, let's define what masculine energy is. So first, let's define masculine energy. Masculine energy is really this sort of doing energy. It's being in action. It's really analytical. It's really logical. It's ruled by the left brain. It's this action-oriented way of being, always looking for results and always looking for the end goal. And then let's define feminine energy. Feminine energy is the opposite. It's really ruled by the right brain. It's this receptive, nurturing, and open energy. It's much more passive. So it's not doing, it's just being. And when you're in feminine energy, you're just feeling a lot of compassion, understanding. You're just really open and receptive. So if you don't remember any of that, that's fine. Just know that masculine energy is really doing, and then feminine energy is really being. And I know that people from all over the world are watching this video. And so I'm wondering, wherever you are, is there a cultural way of being that tends to be the dominant energy? So I'm here in the United States, and I can tell you that here it is the masculine energy that's really the one that is valued. So we look at people as successful when they are in this doing way of being. Our society really values being in action. It really defines success as seeing an end goal and pursuing it, and being very analytical and logical. Those are sought after ways of being. So we're really performance oriented here in the United States. We're really often focused on leadership, and most of Americans are spending their time in that masculine energy. So think about it. There is this push, push, push to really succeed here and be in that masculine energy, is just do more all of the time. So I'm sure you've heard this expression, work hard, play hard, or maybe even work hard, play harder. So that expression right there really just exemplifies this masculine energy and how sought after it is. So I do tend to work with really goal-oriented, really accomplished people. And what I see is that the majority of them are spending their time in that masculine energy. And then they really, really struggle when they're not at work and they shift into their home or their personal life. It's like they can't switch off the masculine energy. And so when either one of these energies becomes too dominant, doesn't matter if it's the masculine energy or the feminine energy, that imbalance is going to lead you to feel anxious. And if you're in a state of chronic masculine energy, which I have said is so common in the United States, you're eventually going to feel really burnt out, really stressed, really overwhelmed from doing all the doing. And when the masculine energy is too dominant, you're not going to feel valued or nurtured or appreciated. You're going to wind up feeling really tired. You're going to find yourself feeling really stressed, overworked. And as I said, burnout is usually the result of all of that. And so I am talking a lot about masculine energy because that does seem to be the predominant energy in the United States. But what about the feminine energy? What are some signs that you may be too feminine energy dominant? So when the feminine energy is too dominant, you're really in the feeling state. So you're not thinking, or you are not really in action. And as a result, you may feel like really unfocused, really scattered, sort of wobbly and unstable or ungrounded. And it's like you may feel sort of purposeless or like you don't have a lot of direction. And when you're feeling like you don't have a lot of direction or no purpose, it's hard to feel successful. So I hope you can see that both types of energy are needed, that there should be a balance between this masculine energy and the feminine energy. It's probably unrealistic to think that everyone can be in a 50-50 balance all of the time, But it is great to notice which type of energy do you tend to be in the majority of the time so that you can notice when you're unbalanced. And then when you notice which type of energy you tend to be in, that can help you to make a conscious choice to bring yourself into balance so that you don't have that resulting anxiety. You're just going to feel things much, much easier for you, and you're going to feel like things are coming more into equilibrium. So if you are too male energy dominant, something that you can try is to just be really open and receptive to things coming to you instead of having to push or drive forward all the time to accomplish your goals. Like instead of chasing things, you're just letting things come to you. A really great way to shift out of the male energy dominance is to do anything creative, anything artistic at all. That can be, creating some type of art or painting. It can also be dancing. That gets you much more into a different state of your brain and just opens up this sort of flow state instead of like end goal state, right? You're just being in a creative mode. And if you are too female energy dominant, and you feel like that total lack of focus, it's really important to focus on one thing at a time, to realize what you want your end goal to be, the end result, and then you're going to lay out logical steps to get there and then do each one of the steps. So when you are in balance, you are just going to find that your anxiety is dramatically reduced. You're just going to feel like this state of feeling much more harmonious within yourself. You're just going to find it easy to both attract what you want in life, but also you're going to know the steps that it takes for you to get to where you want to go. So I've got another great video for you. It's pinned below in the comments, so make sure to go watch that one next. And then of course, like and subscribe for more great content about anxiety and imposter syndrome.